Do you struggle with overpacking? If you're like me, you can overpack for even a 3-day cruise. And packing cubes are what helps me. What's a good way to use these? And how do you fill these little travel bottles? Hey y'all, what is up? I'm Tiffany with TP's Travels, and I am notorious for overpacking. Yes, if you watch my vlogs, you know I overpack a lot. But I have found through all of my travels, then the one thing that has kept me organized so I don't overpack, and that is my packing cubes. And let me tell you, I forget them sometimes, and that's when I overpack. So I'm going to share with you some tips on how you can use those packing cubes so you can stay organized. First off, color coding. I have 2 different colors here. All packing cubes come in multiple colors, and I have black and red because it's usually just me and my husband traveling, so I'll take all of the black and he takes all of the red. So that way when we're going through our suitcase, we don't have to fumble through and find our clothes. We know exactly which packing cube is ours, and we can just go straight to our packing cube and start unpacking in our cabin. And tip, this is also very helpful by color coding all of your stuff if you're traveling with children. That way you can separate all their things out and you know exactly whose is whose, and you can put them in drawers in the hotel or the cabin. Now, color coding your packing cubes and separating everybody's packing cubes out can also help you to pack by the day. So you can just put each outfit in there, your socks, undergarments, everything that you're gonna need for each day. Now, this could be a really good idea to do with children. You can just have each day put in the drawer, and you know what to pull out for each one of them to have for each day of the cruise or your vacation. But for me, if I'm on like a 7-day cruise, packing 7 different packing cubes for each day is going to be a lot. Plus, I don't know exactly what mood I'm going to be in, so I can't exactly say this is the outfit I'm going to wear on this day. So for me, what I like to do is I pack all my dresses in one, then I'll go and pack workout clothes if I'm actually going to use them in another one, and then like shorts, t-shirts, any kind of tops, I'll pack that in another one. I usually have 4 different packing cubes. Now there are different sizes. As you see, there's a much larger size here, much larger than this one. And usually if I have bulkier items, I'll use the larger size. My husband really only needs 2 of these, and I usually have like probably 2 of the larger ones and 2 of the medium-sized ones. But it is a good idea if you are flying in or staying in a hotel before you get to your cruise to go ahead and put those items in your packing cube, because that way you don't have to unpack everything in your suitcase. You can just pull out one packing cube so you have that for your hotel room. And I've done that several times, and let me tell you, it saves so much trouble, like especially for driving in and we don't want to unpack everything out of our car. I just reach in there and I grab my one packing cube. It's got everything I need. And then I would pull out a smaller packing cube, so I'd have my clothes and a smaller packing cube with all of my accessories and hair products or anything like that that I need in my smaller one. And that's all I take into the hotel with me. Much easier than trying to take everything with you. And also, when you've emptied out your packing cube, like you've wore that outfit, if you pack by the day, just go ahead and take your packing cube and put your dirty laundry in it afterwards. And that way you can just put it back in your suitcase, and that saves you so much time at the end of the cruise. So you're not having to take up your last night on packing up. You're just slowly packing as you have your dirty laundry all in your packing cubes. Plus, then you don't have to worry about getting a pop-up hamper. Now these packing cubes that I'm using, they're just basic packing cubes. If you were using compression packing cubes, you would have an extra zipper here on the side that would just really pull it in a little bit more. But for me, I don't find that it's much different. Let me know if you use compression packing cubes, but it has a mesh lining here on the outside. So really it does kind of compresses in a little bit. And let me show you. So packing your carry-on suitcase, I'm starting with a large packing cube and putting in a medium-sized packing cube, kind of squishing them in there. And as you see, I still have enough room right here on the side for a small one. I have my hair accessories in here. So putting these 3 in here, I could probably fit another one on top, but this isn't overpacking it right here, and it's pretty nice right here with just these 3, and I still have plenty of room on the other side for a larger one or a medium one. If I put a medium one in here, I still have so much room at the top that I could put my hanging toiletry bag right here. It fits nicely. Now what I love about this is it opens up flat, so if I had another packing cube, I could put it underneath there, and it's really nice and helps keep everything organized. So the big question is, do you roll or fold your clothes? Well, for me personally, I just like to fold my clothes. I don't roll my clothes. I guess I kind of roll them as I'm folding them up, but I just fold my clothes until as small as I can fold it up. And then, you know, I don't find that rolling makes any much of a difference. Do you like to roll or fold your clothes? For me, folding them up and then having the mesh right here does kind of presses out the air and does kind of make it a little bit easier to squeeze everything else into the suitcase. So I don't really find much of a difference, but let me know what you think. Are you a roller or a folder? And if you're going on a weekend cruise, this backpack here is great. I love this backpack. And it's got so many different compartments in here, so much room. It opens up completely flat. You have another compartment inside here. It's actually a tech backpack as well. You can put your laptop, iPad, anything like that down inside here. There's another compartment in the back. More places that you could put your passport or anything in there. I love this. It has a USB port right here that you can plug a battery pack in there, and then you can just charge your phone right there. This is actually on sale right now on Amazon, but I love this backpack, and I usually carry it with me when I'm flying because it easily goes underneath the seat in front of me. But you could also take this on a weekend cruise. If you're finding any of these tips helpful, please give me a thumbs up, and don't forget to hit that subscribe. I really appreciate it. So if you're packing for a weekend cruise, you could get 2 medium-size packing cubes in here, and you still have room in your backpack because it's plenty of room in here. I love that. You could even put another bigger one in here on top. You still have shoes, hair accessories, and your toiletries. So if you're taking a hanging travel bag, I really like this one because it just folds completely out and you can hang it up over your cabin door in your bathroom, and it keeps everything in here instead of being all over your counters, and you can just kind of separate everything out, and you can put all your travel bottles in here. So it makes everything so much more organized. I love these. I also found this on Amazon as well. But if you are taking travel bottles, they fit really well in here and really help to keep everything organized. So if you're taking travel bottles, what's a good way that you can fill these up? Let me show you a trick. Now you can take larger bottles on a cruise. There's no problem with that. Or you can take travel bottles. If you're driving in, I have done that before, taken larger bottles, but if you're flying in, you definitely want to take a travel bottle. Plus, it's just really going to help you to not have so much room taken up, and it's going to save you room in your toiletry bag. So let's take a look at how we can fill these travel bottles. So taking our conditioner bottle, instead of just squirting it into the travel bottle, you'll want to get a Ziploc baggie, and then you'll start squirting your conditioner into the Ziploc baggie. Now I'm not using too much here. I'm just going to get a little bit, but then you'll close it up, and then you'll use your scissors to cut just a little bit off the very end. And if you know what I'm doing, maybe you've decorated cakes before, but I'm creating a piping bag. I used to decorate cakes, so when I saw my husband constantly filling these up, I was like, no, maybe a piping bag might work a little bit better. So it does kind of flow into the bottle a little bit easier than constantly trying to squirt it from the conditioner bottle itself. You just have to keep pushing it down in the piping bag. And it really works a lot easier. Now, if it's thick contents, you just want to shake the bottle a little bit to get it off the sides, and then just kind of keep squeezing it down through the bag into the bottle. Now, if you have a decorating tip, that might work a little bit better. You can put that in the Ziploc baggie, and it'll be a lot easier to kind of pour it in there. But it's not needed. You can just use your Ziploc baggie instead. All right, so if you have a cream or any kind of lotion that is in a container like this, you could use a makeup spatula to kind of put it in your Ziploc baggie. Now, I also like to make sure my ends are folded out. This kind of helps to make sure you get everything in there. Now, I'm just going to use a spoon instead of a makeup spatula because I can get a little bit more in there. And I'm just going to use 2 spoonfuls just to get a little bit to put in my jar. And it's pretty much the same concept as I was doing with the conditioner. You're just going to cut a little tip off at the end and then just start squirting it into your bottle. And you do want to make sure, because this is thick consistency here, that you're just going to shake the bottle a little bit so it'll all start falling down. But there you go. Now also, if you're taking hairspray, you can really just unscrew it, and it is easiest, obviously, just to pour it in the bottle and then put your cap back on it. But they do make little silicone covers here that you can put over the top. Those are wonderful. I've got some coming. This is what I've got coming because I had an explosion happen recently and my little cap popped off. So definitely silicone covers for the tops of your bottles definitely helps. So what kind of travel tips do you have to help you stay organized? I hope these were helpful for you. If you want a little bit more information on what to pack for your cruise, definitely take a look at this video here. Thank you so much for watching. Bye for now.